Turkey has just issued a warning to the United States-backed the YPJ. Is it diplomacy or destruction? Let's talk about that. You're watching TimesXP. My name is Rityatri, and the tensions along Turkey's southern border is rising. At this time, the spotlight is on YPG in Syria. The Nationalist Movement Party, MHP, one of Turkey's major political forces, is sending a loud and unmistakable message. Comply with agreements or face the consequences. But the question is, what is Turkey-Damascus deal here? So, earlier this year, after the fall of Syria's Ba'athist regime, the YPG struck a deal with Damascus, integrated into Syria's armed forces, dissolved its so-called autonomous administration in the north and northeast. The PKK, the parent organization of the YPG, they have already abandoned arms, but YPG itself refused to join. Instead, they maintain control over large swaths of oil-rich northern Syria, insisting on decentralizing, basically a move that Damascus rejects. And now, Turkey is saying something else. Deputy MHP, the chair, Smil, he has warned on Sunday that having internal peace in Turkey is just not enough. We must drain the swamp abroad as well. Well, the YPG did not toe the line, and the security risk on our southern border remains. After that, he used a very well-known Turkish saying to make it clear. Diplomacy is the first option. Advice will be offered, but if the YPG refuses to comply, Turkey has the strength to deliver a beating. Then comes the military warning here. He did not mince his words at all. He said that those not willing to accept diplomacy will eventually disappear. Turkey is strong enough to eliminate all the terrorist group, whether it is the YPG, Daesh or FETO. Now this particular statement, it follows years of attack by YPG on Turkish border towns, and it is backed by Turkey's coordination with Damascus. Now let's flip the script. Let's talk about YPG. YPG leader Farhan Abdi, he insists that his group is committed to the integration deal here. He claims talks with Damascus are ongoing. In fact, he pledges mutual understanding on military integration and counter-terrorism. He emphasizes the destabilization demand here. However, Syria's officials, they paint a very different picture. Let me quote what they say. YPG statements have remained theoretical, with no concrete steps or clear timelines. That's what the Syrian foreign minister source told Sana. In fact, these statements appear to be media tactic to reduce political pressure. Now, you know what? Here we heard both the sides. But let's talk about the dangerous balance here. This is not just about diplomacy. This is a high-stakes game along a volatile border. Turkey sees the YPG as a direct security threat, specifically given its support from Washington under the pretext of fighting Daesh. In the meantime, Damascus wants the YPG fully integrated but has struggled to enforce the deal here. And now, ladies and gentlemen, the clock is ticking. Patience is running out, and that's not what I am saying. These are the quote of Turkish Foreign Minister Hakan Fidan last week. But you know, this matters globally. Why? Because this particular conflict is more than a local issue now. Turkey is a key NATO member, a powerful regional player. The YPG's autonomy in northern Syria complies US-Turkey relationship. Turkey's post-Ba'athist stability is fragile. Now, any military escalation, it could trigger wider regional tensions here. Basically, in simple terms, diplomacy is running out and Turkey is ready to act. Let me tell you what to expect next. Will the YPG comply with Damascus and Turkey, or will Ankara take military action to secure its border? And wait, how will Washington respond to a possible Turkish strike against the US-backed group? Well, the answer could reshape the entire map of northern Syria, and the stakes are high for all the players.